Hey, everybody. You're listening to the Doghouse. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
With your hosts, Husky, Dingo, and Updog.
Hey, what's up, fellow gamers? We got, once again, your weekly dose of hot, fresh gaming news coming at you live from the Tower Radio.
That's right. Let's get pumped, guys.
Yeah,
this is freaking
excited.
awesome.
Yeah.
We got a lot of good news to talk about
Oh,
today.
yeah. Sorry, I was trying to set it up to where we could start with music, but there's so many tabs I have to keep open.
I was sitting here
It's all
watching
good.
more tabs appear on the screen, and I was like, oh,
we really
oh,
need
boy.
that third screen set up that Elliot said he was going to set up.
Well, you
I
know
like how I
what?
found a way to complain about Elliot, even though he's not the station manager anymore.
Well, now he's your employee, so you can complain about him more, and he can't do anything.
Yeah.
I am the man.
I am the master now. Anyway, yeah. So,
Yeah.
got a lot of cool stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we
but we want
do.
to start out with our...
Yeah, we're going to jump right into the
Stuff.
verse of the day.
That's right.
So, today's verse is from 1 Peter 3:8. We're reading from the ESV version. So, this is about suffering for righteousness' sake. Finally, all of you have unity of mind, sympathy, brotherly love, and a tender heart and a humble mind. So, I think that's a pretty good verse because that kind of instructs basically, what you want to be putting out, broadcasting.
Yeah.
But also, what you want to be filling your mind with, and what to keep your thoughts on.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Whenever you keep your eyes on a solid goal, you tend to be able to achieve that a lot easier than if you're just blindly going out there and trying to do stuff.
A solid goal, like putting up the third screen for our display.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be nice.
I like how we always we point it back to the real stuff, Elliot, messing up.
I wonder if there's a way, and I know that we're supposed to be talking. I wonder if there's a way for you, there to be a third screen and you to control the music up there.
Yeah, like a separate. Because whenever
It
I
would have to be a
manipulate,
completely separate computer.
Separate but equal.
whenever I manipulate the mouse on my side of the monitors, it takes it away from your
Go ahead
side,
and
so it's
transition.
very.
There we go. Yeah,
Lanta.
I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
At some point. We want to go ahead and hit up the weather first?
But yeah, before we get into tech jargon, let's talk about the weather. So let me just refresh this here. So here in Conway on the 13th, Friday the 13th.
It's a full moon and Friday the 13th.
And we had a
there's
bio
a man with a machete right outside
The station.
the station.
That's why we're all locked in
Dad?
here.
Padre.
Papa, what are you doing?
It's 93 degrees outside.
It's hot.
For
Yeah.
our German fans, our thousands of German fans
Thousands.
across the pond,
Millions.
that
of them.
translates to 34 degrees Celsius. You're welcome for elucidating, you savages.
Whoa!
Hey, hold on. Don't just make
no.
fun of our millions of fans
You know
there. Hold up.
they have the biggest economy in Europe.
Yeah, they're
Really?
like
Yeah,
they're like the most economically.
they're about
advanced
to go into
country.
a recession.
Yay!
Oh no! All right, I don't want to talk about that.
It happens, bro. It happens.
Scary.
It's too real.
Cool.
Oh man.
We want to go ahead and jump into that top of the hour, right?
Yeah. So
Are you wanting to jump first?
let me finish going over the weather. So
of course.
it's like the humidity right now is 44% with a northeasterly wind of 7 miles per hour. But yeah, it's hot today.
Moral of the story. It's hot.
It's hot in the studio too. We have no reprieve.
Why is the
So-
fan not on?
Because we don't want it in the mics.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah. So it's hot, but we'll soldier through it.
Soldier boy.
And by soldiering through it, the first thing we're gonna go to is the top of the hour. So we got a few things.
Oh
to talk
boy,
about.
we got
Let's do this.
yeah.
Do you want to get the worst one out of the way?
The Tokyo Game Show started. I think it started this week,
Mm-hmm.
and I think most of our news is kind of based around that stuff that came out.
Yeah,
whatever
and
that
there
was
was a lot of big stuff.
Cool thing is, it's live right now.
Yeah.
So-
So if you want to not watch us,
Or watch both at the same time.
yeah, that won't be confusing.
Yeah, if you want, you can comment on us.
Mute
For
that stream
news.
because they're all talking in Japanese.
That's also true.
That's true.
But yeah, a lot of Tokyo Game Show stuff.
Lots of Tokyo.
I was supposed to have a review ready for Iceborne, but I've been doing my job, so I couldn't play.
It's been a busy
That's
week.
what happens, man. You do your
Uh,
job and you can't do your job.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Luckily, we have a lot of cool stuff. Why don't you go ahead and just rip this Band-Aid off for your
Yeah,
top of the hour?
Hit it.
I felt like we had to talk about it, and so here we are. Guys, there is something that we've never thought of before, something we really haven't wanted to think of before, and that is a fitness adventure game called Ring Fit Adventure. And the point of this game is there's 2 points. One is it's an adventure game, but it's actually just an RPG. They're trying to trick people. But anyways, it's an RPG where in order to complete your moves and do the maximum damage, you have to do fitness stuff. Also, in order to move in the overworld, you have to do fitness stuff. So basically, it's Nintendo's way of making Wii Fit, but not as boring. So I appreciate the effort. Will I get this game? No. Will my mom get this game? Possibly. We'll see.
Okay, so basically, it's like a little adventure game, but instead of like pressing buttons on the controller, I'm having to like wave my arms and like actually walk in the room. Is that the premise?
Basically, you fitness.
They're trying to resell me the Wii. I don't like it.
That's a great way to put it because like they even have the same like the same little leg strap where you would put the nunchuck, I think, for
Oh my
certain fitness games.
God.
It's just a different Joy-Con this time.
It's weird. I love Nintendo. I love what they do. They always put out really good quality games, but every now and then they'll put out something that I didn't expect and I don't want, and it always involves motion
Fitness.
gaming. It always involves fitness or motion gaming or something like that. Like the Labo is
Lava was kind of okay.
it's cool.
It's just
like,
cardboard.
But who? Like why?
Yeah.
Why though?
You could just not get the Labo and get the game, and it's fine.
Why though? Why is it a thing? Why does it exist? I don't understand.
That's a great question.
I'm so confused.
I think like the main thing that they put on an interview about that was it helps kids learn how to build things.
How can we sell cardboard to small children?
It's also true.
How could I sell this extra cardboard we have in the warehouse for $80 a piece?
All this-
$80
All this cardboard that was supposed to be used for Wii U shipping.
for Wii U ship-
What do
I
I-
like that. That's a great. That's a good one.
What do we do? What do we use it for? We turn the plastic into Joy-Cons. I don't. What?
That'll work. That kind of looks like a bird. We'll make that a bird game.
Yeah.
Bird.
Bird. All right. Logan, you go next. I'm throwing it to you, friend.
All right.
Talk about top of the
DJ
hour.
Updog coming at you live with my top of the hour
That's
stuff.
what I meant. Updog. Whoops.
Jeez.
I'm
All
so
right.
bad at that right now.
All right. This week, they announced that Persona 5 The Royal, the new extra content version of Persona, is coming out in Japan October 31st. And it's coming out worldwide sometime in 2020, probably pretty early. They're also giving out like or I guess they're selling like in a bundle these special PlayStation 4s that have like Persona themes. They all look pretty cool.
That's
I
sick.
think- Yeah, that's I guess I'm gonna have to get a PlayStation 4 before next year.
Or you could just wait and get that one.
I could, but it's probably gonna be more expensive.
Well, it probably would only be expensive
If it's-
because it's that in the game.
If it's a bundle, then I'll probably get that. Yeah.
They're probably going to talk about PS5 this E3.
Oh
so-
boy!
And that'll
PS5.
price drop it, so that way you
The good
can
thing
get
is
That would be nice.
The good thing is all the games that you get on PS4, you can use on the PS5.
Oh, really? Have they already
They've
announced
said that. Now they have to go through with it, obviously, because there were promises before the Xbox One.
I was about to say, do you
PS4.
remember the PS3 to
Yeah,
PS4 dilemma?
So I'm saying that's what they're saying. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that that's necessarily going to happen, but
We'll
I
see.
hope that they learn the lesson. So who knows?
Let's hope so.
Well, you know, a lot of those games that you played on the NES, you can also play on the Switch. So Nintendo is
And
kind
Super
of,
Nintendo.
kind of ahead of the curve there. Just saying.
Well, as soon
No.
as they put up GameCube games on the Switch, I'll be happy with that.
I don't.
picky
I
like
don't know.
that,
I don't
but-
know if that's ever gonna happen.
I pray that it does. It's about time.
I think like the first game that comes to mind that they re-released from the GameCube was the first Luigi's Mansion game. They put that on the 3DS.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that.
It wasn't a very good port, but I think the idea was like it required so much space they had to make a whole separate release for it.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe some games, like really, really good ones from the GameCube, will get put over. Like, I mean, there's apparently out there somewhere a Metroid Prime trilogy. I don't know if that's true or not.
That's what people keep saying, but nothing has been said about it.
Well, I think the idea was they were gonna use the trilogy to like
Build up hype
for for 4, but that's been pushed back, so they might also be kind of holding back the Prime trilogy, or it could just be a nasty, dirty rumor.
I remember there was like a whole bunch of Smash rumors going around a while back, and one of them included like a leak that they were like, "Oh, these are all the games they're gonna talk about," and one of them was Metroid Equestrian.
Oh, I remember that Equestrian Races.
Oh yeah,
yeah, we talked about that.
If you hadn't included that,
I might have believed you.
I would have been like, "Okay, this is interesting," but because he put that in there, you tanked the entire
I'm trying to remember.
thing.
There was another game that he like fake guessed at or whatever, but it actually sounded good. And I can't remember what that game was now.
Star Fox Racing?
No, it was an adventure game of some sort.
No, it's not Star Fox Adventures.
Nope, that's bad in any
That's
form.
a bad game. Oh yeah, that's just a bad game.
There's no way.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm curious.
All right, that's my top of the hour.
Yeah.
Is Metroid Equestrian Races?
I got a few top of the hours, mostly from Tokyo Game Show. So
right.
First one.
That's what it was. It was Lego Legend of Zelda.
So Super Nintendo World is going to be a thing. By the way, that's not a game. That's an amusement park.
Yeah, which is going to be cool.
So like,
it's going to be in Universal Osaka.
If you like Mario but don't like video games, then
go to the theme park.
Who are you?
Well, I mean, it's gonna be have like video game elements in it.
Yeah.
And there are rumors like you can have a high score and even Switch integration.
That's interesting. Like, it'd be kind of cool if they had like an application on the Switch that was like almost like a passport. Like you could get stamps for going to different places in the park.
Yeah,
I'd be into that.
I'd be down because I've honestly
I think
Universal.
it's like
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think it's like you get a bracelet and you can scan it and it actually tracks your points that you get during the different games and sends it to your Switch. I think is the general premise is what's been talked about. That's speculation as far as like the Switch thing is, but they've already announced that it's going to have some kind of connectivity with the Switch.
Sounds cool. Universal Osaka. I think this is the one. I don't know if there's other Universals in Japan, but like, if that's the one, that's the one in Japan, then that's the one I've always wanted to go to because now they're having the Super Nintendo World, but they also had they have like a Monster Hunter exhibit, like
they
whole
do?
monster, like giant animatronic.
Wait, at Universal?
Yeah,
really?
Giant animatronic monsters from Monster Hunter. Like
that is actually sick.
There's a Tigrex, there's a Rathalos. I think there's a Xanagar. So that's something I've always wanted to go do, and obviously I wanted to go see Japan because I love the architecture.
All right, so I guess Dingo, pack up the mobile news equipment. We're going to Osaka.
Yeah,
Osaka.
We're gonna go to Osaka
Doghouse.
and make the radio station pay for it. Yeah,
Sure. We have like
I have
$200.
Oh man,
I'm gonna dock your pay for the next 10 years. No, that's something I've always wanted to do. But yeah, that sounds cool. I'm interested to see what it's like when they finally build it. I think that's like, well, I forgot what the release for that was. Let me see if it's on here. Did I write it down? Spring 2020. So
yeah, and I think whenever
we'll have to go.
Yeah, I think whenever that's finished, they talked that they were gonna start in Florida, because I know they've already said. They've already said that it's going to be built in Florida.
Would it, though?
Well, they've already said it's going to happen in Florida. Like, Florida's Universal is already clearing up space for this. And that's so, I'm hoping, if I cross my fingers and pray, that it'll be done by 2021.
There should be a Little Mac one where you go into the ring and you just get mauled by Mike Tyson for 10 minutes.
It's like you put on your shorts and your gloves kind of in the dark, and then the curtains rise and the lights come on, and it's like they put your face over Glass Joe's body. It's just, oh no!
I want the restaurant, because there's actually going to be a restaurant in the Nintendo themed area, which I'm excited for. I want them to serve, and this sounds really stupid and maybe gross depending on who you are. I want them to serve Lon Lon milk so bad.
It actually would be cool if they did like a Breath
want
of
them
the
to.
I'd be
Wild
down.
style restaurant,
Oh, that'd be sick.
like some of the desserts from that game. That'd be kind of cool.
Or just some of the food in general.
You know, we could do a special show on this and like what foods we want from like games to
be
we
real.
wish they were actual real, and like I have a whole restaurant that I wish was real.
Oh my god!
Can I just look up the entire meal list of Final
You get-
Fantasy 15?
That's what I was gonna. Yeah.
It looks so good.
I want that restaurant on the beach. I wish that was real.
Yes. Let me get Ignis on it, bro.
Oh my
gold.
lord.
Snaps his fingers.
I'm actually
yeah.
really, really hungry right now.
Let me just look up images then. You'll love it.
No, please, God, I
Uh,
can't.
yeah. So in the final top of the hour, which is probably the most important one, I think we can all agree is the new visual novel. I Love You, Colonel Sanders.
I forgot this was a thing.
Oh boy, I forgot you were going to
Oh.
talk about this.
Release-
Oh,
I think
boy.
is it out on Steam already?
I think so.
It might be.
I'll check right now.
It's a dating sim where you try to date Colonel Sanders.
And
This
other
is
random
like-
characters.
This is like the latest in a trend that has been growing
Which is dating
slowly
sims.
but steadily, like joke dating sims. Unless this isn't a joke, unless this is like super serious.
I was about to say, there's the Rivals of Ether dating
Colonel
sim.
Sanders.
There's the I Love You, Colonel
I Love Your
Sanders.
Chicken.
There's the
Give me those 11 herbs
there's
and
like the
spices.
pigeon
Yeah.
game. There's like the pigeon academy.
There's a dating sim where you can date all the characters from the blockbuster movie Pacific Rim.
Wait, what?
It's a John Cena high school dating sim.
Oh my god. Why are there so many dating sims?
Oh boy.
That one's my favorite. All the characters are different versions of John Cena.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
A WrestleMania dating sim would actually be kind of cool.
Oh no.
All I need is MS Paint and a
My name's Dave
tertiary
Bautista.
knowledge of coding.
I'm
I
Drax,
have one of
date
those
me.
things, and it's not the tertiary coding.
Yeah, that's my thing. Yeah, I guess if you're interested, go check out I Love You, Colonel Sanders.
Is
on
it
Steam.
free?
It's on Steam. I hope so. That would be weird if they were charging you money for that.
Yeah, I don't know
But
why
yeah.
they would.
Anyways, that's all we got for top of the hour. We're going to transition to the meat of the show. We got TGS news. A lot of cool stuff to talk about. So stay tuned. We're going to go to an ad and some music, and we'll be right back.
In 95, I helped tow your trailer. And in 09, it was sparks from me, your chains, dragging behind your truck that accidentally started a wildfire.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Hey, everybody. Sorry about that. I hate technology.
It hates you, clearly.
Yeah. Welcome back to the
That looks
Doghouse. Thanks for tuning in. Listen to your host, Husky, Dingo, and Updog. So we're just going to go over some TGS stuff, Tokyo Game Show stuff, and one big announcement that Brian, I think we all agree is pretty big, something that we've been following for a while. Before we get into that, I guess we'll just go into general Tokyo Game Show stuff. So, one thing that stuck out to me, apparently there was a Guilty Gear trailer. Now, are either of you familiar with Guilty Gear?
Mm-hmm.
I have heard of it. I have not really watched anything or played it at all.
Same thing.
It is the most complex fighting game of all time.
But it looks really good. I do remember watching a little bit and just thinking that the art was cool.
Yeah, it's an anime dasher. So what that means is like it has a lot. Well, I don't know. Fighter Z is kind of different, but
It's, yeah.
it's in the same vein as that. Where you like its main mechanic is movement in the air and dashing in the air, but apparently they showed a lot of new animations, and it's made by the same people that made Fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I could tell by the art design.
Yeah, it's made by Arxis, and Guilty Gear Rev 2 was the first one to use that 3D style,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're kind of carrying it over to this Guilty Gear, and the animations look so crisp.
Oh yeah, I think I showed Logan before the show. There was like a little GIF that Nibble had posted on Twitter of the gameplay, and it looks really smooth, like scary smooth.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very impressive.
They introduced a few characters. The two main characters, Kai Kisuke and Soul Bad Guy. So the animations for the fighting look amazing. And they also introduced May, who doesn't look like a child anymore. So that's nice.
Is that bad or good? Or?
Oh, it just looks like an adult now. So it's apparently going to be following the story of Rev 2, but apparently they're building the fighting system from the ground up. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if for Guilty Gear players that means that they're a little bit scared of that, but I'm kind of excited to see what it goes. I don't know if I'll play it because I suck at that game, but same time I'm excited to see what they bring with that game. So, but that certainly wasn't the only thing. They also announced games like Yokai Watch 4, which is coming to PS4. Killer Queen Black, which is interesting. It follows like the dynamics of like how ants build their society.
It's like
So-
based
really?
on it's like a multiplayer I guess like almost like a side scrolling. I don't know, it's kind of like an arcade game basically. That's the closest thing I can kind of attribute
Yeah.
it to.
But
Okay.
there's like 3 ways to win.
Yeah,
One of them's like
there are 3 different objectives you can fill to
Pursue.
win. Yeah, one is like I guess
killing the queen,
killing the
military
queen,
victory, getting all the an economic victory is what they call it, where you get all the little
I think you like
Yeah.
fill up your honey or
Yeah,
get
something
enough
like
eggs
that.
or something.
And
It's yeah.
the third one is snail victory.
Snail victory.
Which is the one I'm gonna go for every
Wait,
time.
what is snail victory?
You get the snail across the finish line.
You ride the snail to victory.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the greatest game ever. 5
That
out of
is
5.
so fun. Okay, I actually have to. I've heard about it, and I saw it on the eShop, and I didn't want to touch it. But now that you are talking about it, this sounds really interesting.
Comes out October 11th.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I don't know.
funny.
It looks pretty interesting. I like the idea of like just a game about insect colonies or
Yeah.
kind of.
The thing that kind of got me into it, I was like, oh, there are multiple ways I can pursue victory. And I wonder if it's like an online thing, because like if we
I
did
assume
that,
it will be.
you could like that's interesting. That kind of opens up the way you want to win the what to pursue. So I'm interested.
I wonder if there'll be like different different stages or like more customization for your like colony that you can do to like maximize your chances of succeeding one different way.
Yeah. Initially, I was kind of turned off by it because I didn't really, I don't know, the art style was like, eh.
Yeah.
But the concept is looks pretty cool. So
Yeah.
but yeah,
I'll
that
have to
comes
check
out
that
on
out.
October 11th. The Gwent the Witcher card game. It's coming to iOS That'll be releasing on October 29th. I know we don't talk about mobile games that much, but that's on PS4. And if it weren't a card game, like if it were a card game on any other platform, I'd play it. Like that'd be something I could play on my phone. And I was like, why isn't this on the phone?
And now it is.
But like, I'm not gonna play it on my PS4 because
Yeah.
I can play other games.
Yeah.
I feel that.
But like, when I played it, I really liked it. So if you have an iPhone, and I think they're gonna try to bring it to Android from what I've heard, but I don't know.
That does seem like it would be the next step.
But yeah, it's coming to iOS October 29th. Killer Queen Black October 11th on the Switch.
Nice.
See what else I have. Yeah, I didn't get what the Yokai Watch was coming. Also,
okay.
the Amnesia Collection, that's on the Nintendo Switch right now.
Oh.
That released now.
Oh.
Right now.
Cool.
Is
It's
it
on there
like
now.
is it like HD or is it just
I think this is. I'm not sure. Maybe it might be HD.
Oh boy.
But all 3 games are on the Switch right now.
It's
Wow.
a spooky.
It's spooky.
Speak.
I might get it. That
But
sounds
yeah.
pretty cool.
Those are the kind of the little dinky things, but there was one big thing, and we're not going to talk about yours just yet.
Okay.
It's a new Resident Evil title.
Ah,
Sort of.
yeah.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Project Resistance.
What did you just say?
Project Resistance.
Okay.
Resistance.
So it's like a Dead by Daylight, Left 4 Dead-esque thing where you got 4 survivors. They're all trying to survive this zombie apocalypse and get out of this facility.
Okay.
And
Is this the first Resident Evil multiplayer game? There's got to be more. There are others, right?
I think this is the first Resident Evil multiplayer.
I'm pretty sure there's one where you acted as a raccoon. Like the raccoons, the guys who went in and tried to kill Leon, the Umbrella agents, but nobody liked that one because it sucked. So,
I wouldn't know.
I didn't even know that. So
but there was.
I don't play Resident Evil so much. So.
It's like I don't know if that was multiplayer or not, but yeah, it's weird because I know that they clearly reused assets from Resident Evil 2 remake, like the Titan from there. Mr. X is there. You can play as him.
You can play as him?
Yeah, because I mentioned there's a 5th player. I forgot to mention there's a 5th player, the Mastermind, who's controlling all these traps. He can turn off the lights. He can like place enemies and stuff. It's crazy, and all the enemies are from Resident Evil 2.
It's interesting.
That's actually kind of cool.
They could have just
Nintendo-
added this on to Resident Evil
Yeah,
2.
Nintendo like tried to do something similar on the Wii U called like iZombie or something, or Zombie U. That was what it was.
Zombie U.
Yeah, it was like you can control the spawn points of zombies and like direct them to different targets while other players tried to beat them. It was awful, from what I heard.
Yeah.
Or like not so much awful. It's just like you play it for 30 minutes and that's it.
The themes.
You know, one game with a similar theme was on Nintendo Land. It was the Mario one. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Yeah, that was a similar theme because you're a mastermind. You have like the full map and you know where everyone is and they're trying to find you. So the theme, and I will say this, that game is something that me and my family and some friends of ours, we literally played that game all the time. And so that kind of game can work. It's just you have to do it right. And so if they can complete this game and they can make it to where it's not just like a boring thing where one player controls the entire game and like there's nothing the other guys can do about it, then it's not going to be a fun game. But if they can make it to where it's an equal kind of a balance almost, it'll be amazing. It'll be really fun.
Yeah, like if there's it's got to be like really easy for the mastermind to lose. I think.
I'd never actually played Zombie U, so I'm not like aware of how that game played, but I know this reminded me of like a similar game, or not even a similar game. It reminded me of Evolve, and that game was awful. You played it for like 10 minutes, you're like, I've experienced everything this game has to offer.
Yeah.
And it had the similar situation where you had like 4 players who were all on the team, and then one player who
was the monster.
And it's kind of like that same dynamic, obviously utilized in a different way in this, but like, I don't know.
I know someone who ordered the deluxe edition of that game. Pre-ordered it.
I got it from Gamefly, so I rented it, and I sent it back 2 days later.
Nice. And now it's free.
That's good.
Evolve is free.
Yeah.
We should stream that game.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, it's actually, I think it's free on Steam. I'm almost positive.
I wanted to play the Wraith in that game, and then they made the Wraith awful, and I was like, I'm never playing this game again.
Yeah, the Wraith was really bad.
I don't know.
Day one, it was amazing,
Mm-hmm.
but then everybody was like,
They
I don't know
nerfed
how to
it.
deal with this stealth character. I don't want this game nerfed. I'm like, I hate you. Nerf it. I hate you. I literally have 5 health. Why did you do this to me? I can't hit anything.
Oh, I
now.
forgot. Yeah, they nerfed the health really bad of that monster.
And I already had bad health.
Mm-hmm.
But then they also nerfed the damage. I'm like, I can understand nerfing the health even more.
But the damage.
But they also nerfed the damage. So I'm like, you basically made this the most useless thing in the game. And that was the one I was most excited to play. Sorry, I went on a Evolve rant.
It's okay.
But yeah, Project Resistance is probably going to be crap, but who knows? You can play as Mr. X.
That's pretty cool.
X going to give it to you. So,
X gonna give it to you. X gonna deliver it to you.
I don't know. I feel
we'll
like
see how it goes. Yeah.
it could be like I was kind of like but you said like you can turn off the lights and stuff. Like if they're putting in that much attention to detail, it could be interesting.
Yeah.
It
So
could
you
be.
never know. It looks like at least graphically it looks okay. So
Yeah.
I have absolutely no interest in any of the characters. It would have been more cool if you were playing like Umbrella Agents, but you're really literally just a bunch of gaggle survivors, civilian survivors.
Yeah.
That for some reason are being targeted by the sociopathic mastermind in charge of this facility.
I would rather have like about 4
Hmm.
custom characters you can make. We can all
That
play.
would be cool.
We can all
It'd
play
be
as,
Payday. It'd be like the new Payday.
yeah, we can all play as Robert Kennedy.
The Kennedy Gang.
Hey. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So, but the other big one, and this is something you wanted to mention.
Well, this is Tokyo Game Show, right? That we're talking about?
Well, we're talking about some Tokyo Game Show stuff, but
Okay.
I
Do we
know.
want to talk about the awards that Smash got? real
Oh
quick?
yeah.
Oh,
Okay, we don't want to
boy.
forget that.
I guess
Awesome.
we can.
So, guys, before I get into the big thing I really want to talk about, Smash Ultimate actually grabbed a few. Smash Ultimate grabbed a few awards at the Tokyo Game Show. The biggest one being Game of the Year. Kind of saw it coming. A few other ones are including Minister of Economy. Don't know what that one is, but I've seen that on multiple articles.
You made
I
a
know
lot of
it's-
money.
Yeah, I guess so. Trade and Industry Award, the Best Sales Award, and the Award for Excellence. And Mr. Sakurai was actually there to receive the awards, which is really cool. Nintendo actually got one more winner at the Tokyo Game Show, and guess what it was?
It was Fortnite on Switch.
Labo. About as good. Anyway, they
I
got a special award.
wasn't
It
that
doesn't even
far off.
say what it was. It's the special award. So yeah, so Nintendo got to get a few awards from this from Smash.
Best video game made out of cardboard.
It's probably what the award.
They got a
was.
gold star and they pinned it
on
to
cardboard.
Reggie's forehead.
On a cardboard
Just
cutout.
put a little sticker on
They
him.
got him all the way back from Cornell just to get that.
That's right. Awesome.
Like,
So
he's like, you let this happen, you get the reward. All right, but yeah, jumping from that, obviously cool about Smash.
yeah, it's good.
But
But
yeah,
now
ahead.
we can talk
go
about
ahead
it.
and talk about
It's
it.
time. Okay, so they had an FF7, Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer, and holy cow, that game looks phenomenal. It looks so good. Visually, the aesthetics of the game itself, I think the gameplay looks pretty fantastic. It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It looks, and so these guys have been messing with me a little bit, and I want to go ahead and say some stuff real quick about gameplay. It looks somewhat like Kingdom Hearts, but
I'll slap you. I'm gonna punch you in your chest.
it's not Kingdom Hearts gameplay.
It
It
looks-
is not. It has a few
It looks a lot more weighty.
differences that have really made me think this is going to be maybe a better game than Kingdom Hearts 3.
I didn't see very much, but from what I could tell, it looks more like Final Fantasy 15, but not as
Yeah,
chaotic.
That's kind of what I
Um,
thought of it.
I think that Final Fantasy 15 is the way that system is the way they're gonna go in the future.
Mhm.
Final Fantasy games.
Which kind of makes me sad, but I understand.
Yeah, whatever. Turn-based combat is a gimmick.
That's fair.
You're not wrong.
It's actually technically started out in 13,
Talk-
though.
When we compare it to like Kingdom Hearts, though, I want to say that this feels a lot more weighty than Kingdom Hearts, and that like there's a lot more impact to stuff, and that's a
Mm.
I'm not knocking Kingdom Hearts there. That's just
Well, that's just the
a
truth.
side effect of the fact that it's like
It's
based in
Cloud with a
cartoons.
Buster Sword.
Like it's based in cartoons on like it's
Mhm.
Disney, so it's cartoons.
And also, like,
there's no weight in cartoons.
they're making this super realistic.
Yeah, and
And
which
so-
I'm glad for. So
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like, I'm just imagining like whoever made like the first Dragon Quest game, like the very first like turn-based
You talking about
combat
Dragon Warrior?
RPG game, with the very first one.
Mhm.
If he traveled through time to now, he's like, why are you guys still using turn-based combat? We had to. Why are you? What is this?
And they didn't have to. They could have done the Legend of Zelda route.
Well, no, it's Dragon Quest was a different.
It's Dragon
Set.
Warrior.
Okay, I don't know what it was called, but like the first, I know that Dragon Quest had the first like, sort of Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger-esque, RPG game.
Mm-hmm.
But that was that was like moving from the text-based games.
That's true.
Like it was jumping right off from that, just giving visual representations from that style of game.
Mm.
Mhm.
I don't know why we're still doing it. Like I love Persona 5. I sure wish it wasn't turn-based.
See, I I like turn-based games. I think you can have a lot of strategy with it.
I still haven't collected all the
just-
characters in Octopath Traveler. I just realized that.
Nice. But
It's so boring.
I have a lot of fun with turn-based. I don't know. I still play them and I still like them.
Mm.
I think it's just like it's not as big as it was, and I can agree with that because it was definitely a huge thing back whenever like you were saying, whenever it was a new thing and
Yeah.
it was different.
I
But
would
now that it's
go ahead.
now that it's similar and a lot of games have it and do that, I think it's its unique genre.
I feel like the place that turn-based still has a place in today's day and age about as far as games go, but I think it would be cooler just to see it kind of go into like a mobile platform because that's the kind of situation where I'm like sitting around. I don't have access to a PS4 or anything, but like I'm waiting or something. I can whip open something like a Final Fantasy game and play it on my phone.
Yeah,
That'd be fine.
you actually can.
I don't
want
want to sit down on my PS4 and do that.
Yeah, it seems like to survive and like be really popular, turn-based games have to have like some kind of weird gimmick, like Octopath or
Like dating your students.
dating your students. Oh no!
Got him.
Got him! Ladies and gentlemen.
We about to have that talk?
We got him.
All right, guys. Nuh-uh. Y'all said it. I'm going off. Okay. So
That's all the time we
Fire
have for
Emblem
today
Three
on the
Houses-
Doghouse.
Okay, I can talk in Logan's mic. It's fine. I can talk in your mic. It's fine. Mute it. Muted all three mics. Okay.
Oh my god.
So let me say this real quick. I get it. You can talk with your students, but there's a 5-year time gap where they are adults and no longer your students.
It's
yes.
still weird.
Yes. Grooming. After all, so there's a time gap before that. You're grooming them.
Oh my god.
No, you're not grooming
It's so
them.
cringy.
You're,
Oh.
okay.
Why did they just make you a student in the school?
Just wait for November, dude.
All right,
All right.
I'll stockpile this.
Both of you wait for
I'm
November.
not even gonna. It's fine.
All right.
I can't wait for this dogfight. That's gonna be so fun.
So the biggest thing that happened, at least for me, because I didn't even know Tokyo Game Show was happening until you told me right before the show. I'm not on Twitter unless it's on like the Nintendo YouTube feed. I don't know about it. They put out some new gameplay footage for Link's Awakening.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. They're actually like putting out full renders, like modern renders for a lot of the like non-Zelda characters like the Goombas and Kirby. It's just
Kirby.
It's just normal Kirby. He's in this Zelda game. I don't understand
It's
it.
kind of freaky.
Yeah. But they put out they gave a lot more details about the whole temple building thing that you can do, the dungeon builder. It actually looks really fun from what I can tell. Like you design the layout of the rooms you want to have, and then you pick rooms from the different temples and dungeons in the game and put them in. but you kind of get to choose like where different keys to different doors go. And like you get to choose what items they start out with and which ones they can get, and you get to choose which like bosses and mini bosses are in the dungeon. And like the whole thing, it's not like a Mario Maker where the whole thing is designed to be, you know, just making the level itself. The whole thing is more based on like a time thing. Like you get to choose like how much time they get to complete it, and they can get like high scores online for doing better. So like with that kind of mindset, it seems a bit more interesting to me. I want to put the most annoying bosses that take the most amount of time in every single room.
What's the release date for that?
It's September 21st, I think.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll probably get it.
I'm interested. That'll be nice to see what it does.
Yeah.
Link's Awakening is a good game.
I'm gonna be interested in how it sells.
Didn't they announce a release date for Final Fantasy VII?
They sure did. It is March 3rd of 2020. And it's going to be like, they're separating it kind of like how they did with the discs.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And-
They're making a 2-part game, so I can pay $50 twice.
Well, I don't know if it'll be 2 parts or not. I don't. Right now, from what it looks like, the original game was, I believe it was 3 discs.
Yeah,
I believe it was 3.
it was
And so, I think that they may release it in 3 parts, just because it's a lot of stuff that they're putting in this game. Like part 1, you can just get that as its own thing, and it's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in there.
I'm excited.
So
I forgot
it's
how
gonna be
convoluted
cool.
the story to that game
It's gonna be
is.
cool to see.
Oh yeah, the story's stupid.
It's gonna be
The
cool.
story's
to see.
really dumb, and some people will hate me, but sorry.
It's gonna be cool to see how that game develops in the future. I'm interested in the combat, but since you mentioned a lot of stuff, that's a transition I cannot let pass me by.
What?
Speaking of a lot of stuff,
Oh, a lot of
there's
stuff.
another game with a lot of stuff in it that we're gonna
Uh-huh.
talk after a short break. Death Stranding. There was a 50-minute gameplay thing. I haven't got to watch it all, but man,
Oh,
oh man, it sure does look good.
Mhm.
So we'll take a short break and we'll be right back. Don't touch that dial.
I'm going to the hardware store.
Oh, will you pick up 800 lumen bulbs?
800 more flowers? The neighbors will think we're wacky.
Not flower bulbs, light bulbs.
Come on, Dad. Lumens tell you how bright the bulb is. We can replace our 60-watt bulbs with energy-saving bulbs that give off about 800 lumens.
So, we'll save money.
Right.
Got it. 800 lumens and more savings.
Lumens, the new way to shop for light. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
I'm misfit to this space, no religion, no replace. I grow weary of these walls, so tired of it all. Dull gray and endless days, here where evil has no face. It is hidden from my eyes, unseen or in disguise. Welcome to of these walls. So tired of it all. Face up and challenge all you ever knew since you could crawl. Always looking somewhere else when it's all inside yourself. I wanna play until I die. Don't wanna lose my reasons why. Towards the sky. Now I feel like that again. I keep coming back for more. Keep coming back until I score. Stronger than before. In a world that never ends.
Hey everybody, welcome back. You're listening to the Doghouse with your hosts, Husky, Dingo, and Updog.
What's up, fellow gamers? We're here to talk about Norman Reedus and
The funky.
the Funky Fetus. New game coming out. It's by Kojima. Looks pretty good. You get a backpack.
With the funky fetus.
Mm-hmm. Backpacker Simulator.
That's the show, everybody. Thank
That's
you.
it. That's all we needed to talk about.
Yeah, so they had like a 50-minute gameplay thing, which is a lot considering that we haven't seen much of anything about this game.
Seriously?
Yeah, there's a lot
And
of...
we've heard about it for 3 years?
Yeah, and Kojima's been trying to keep it close to the chest on it, so
Mhm.
I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I know it's kind of late in the game to be asking this, but why is Norman Reedus the main character of this game?
because he's supposed to be the main character of Silent Hills, which got canceled, which Kojima was a part of.
Wait, Silent Hills?
Yeah. There was
Like-
there was like a demo called PT.
Mm-hmm.
Norman Reedus was like going to be the main character of that game that was a demo for. Guillermo del Toro was in it.
Mm.
Guess who's also in this game?
Yeah,
Guillermo del
Guillermo
Toro.
del Toro.
He just reused all these actors. He's like, yeah, you guys still want to be in a video game? Except this time it's Metal Gear, but with babies.
But is-
Baby Gear.
Baby gear.
Baby. All right, so
That'd be
man,
actually terrifying.
Death Stranding. I'll be honest. I heard about this game and I was like, because I didn't know anything. At least now I know what playing it is gonna be like, and it looks a lot like Metal Gear from what I can tell. Just the stealth system and even the animations. Oh my lord! I wrote so many notes on this. So they had a trailer. This whole thing. Apparently you're working for the Bridges organization, so you're trying to connect all these settlements and get them into the United Cities of America because
With
something.
bridges.
No, shut up.
More like Oh boy.
Societal bridges, yes.
Bridges.
They're trying to find survivors of something that happened to the United States. I don't know what. We're probably going to learn that by playing it. He's making sure that we don't actually know anything about the stories other than you're trying to link all these places. I still don't know anything about the BTs, which are the big enemy in the game, which are these like ghost things. So they're crazy looking.
It's really all we know is there's a kind of a post-apocalyptic United States. A lot of the country's been turned into like wilderness. I guess the human population's a lot lower.
Yeah.
And there's ghosts.
I think Norman Reedus likes those kinds of things.
And this is like...
Yeah, I guess. Now that I think about it, why wouldn't you want Norman Reedus on this?
It's weird because like this game is apparently going to be all about like going across the entire continental United States and reconnecting these cities. So...
Whoa, did they like put in like a full...
From what it looks like.
Oh my god!
Like the trailer said, you're starting on the East Coast in DC, and you're going to the West Coast.
Whoa!
To West Knot or something Knot City.
Hands across America.
It's
actually kind of insane.
It looks insane. It looks nuts.
Why don't you get in a car? Why don't you ride a helicopter?
You can't. There are cars out there, but like they're owned by the Homo Demons, which are the bad guys. Don't ask, like...
Homo Demons, is that like a playoff Homo sapien?
I believe so.
Okay. So it translates to demon people. I know my Latin.
They wanna stay separate from the UCA.
No, why don't they just go to Canada?
Why didn't they pick a better name?
Anyways.
I'm like, if you don't like us, go to Canada.
That's probably why they're terrorizing people. So like, yeah, they're like this. They're the bad guys. I don't know anything about them other than that you're gonna fight them a lot, and you can steal from them. They can steal from you. This whole game looks like it's gonna be about preserving your own physical well-being, along with like your gear's well-being. Like, there's stuff to sleep. You've got to replace your boots because they'll get worn down over time. So you've got to have extra boots, or else you'll like start like your feet will start like getting ripped up. You've got to sleep regularly. You've got to take care of your BB, which is a little ghost baby that looks at the other ghost. He's like, oh, there's one right there. But like, you got to take care of him. You can get a harmonica and play for your BB too, and he likes that. Apparently, there's likeness points. There's a whole bunch of stuff you got to manage, but
there's like a social system for the baby.
There's like a core, like I would say like, man, that's a whole bunch of stuff. Usually I'd say that's a whole bunch of stuff to keep a track of on top of the game, but that and traveling to these cities, that's basically the game, and like running into like different obstacles and like making sure you're prepared enough to like face these obstacles is a big part of the game.
Yeah, I mean, like it sounds like a lot.
There's a lot of detail.
But I feel like as you're traveling, it's like, oh, my boots are getting worn down. I got to use the boot thing. Like as problems present themselves.
Yeah.
You don't have to like keep track of too much. You just do whatever is in front of you.
And
kind of sounds
the thing
like
is,
life.
you can bring more to be prepared. You can bring more to be more prepared for stuff. But like that even factors in, because if you bring too much, then you become like, you can lose your balance easy, and it becomes a lot harder to travel anywhere. So there's one point where he like scanned this river with his little thing, this little like mechanical thing that opens up.
It's like Dr. Octopus's
like,
claw, but smaller.
It like scanned the river, and like parts of it were green, and then parts of it were yellow. And the yellow parts he could wade a little bit. It was up to like his waist. He could move slowly, but he could still move. But then there were red parts that would like sweep him up and started carrying down the river. He got carried down the river. This is Kojima playing, and he lost like one of the containers that he had on him. It floated down the river. He couldn't get it back.
Oh, he lost the baby?
No, the baby is firmly harnessed, I hope.
Oh, okay.
But like later in the thing, he found like this locker, which I guess is like, it's weird. Like he went in, and apparently another player that's playing the game, like they can find your stuff and leave it at the locker, and you can go back and find it. And the other players can leave stuff around the map, like letters that you can use to get across areas.
Wow.
And you can give it likes like you do like to messages in Dark Souls. Like this, I wrote it down here. It's like a synchronous world. You don't see them, but they can leave stuff, and that can like help you on your travels. So it's. there's so much I want to talk about and I have so little time. Like there's a chiral network and like you have to connect all these little outposts to the chiral network. You get disconnected from it if you go across a border that's not connected. Monster energy drinks in the game. That's how you rebuild stamina.
That's funny.
That's the main way. That's the main method.
Apocalypse happened, and you still have monster energy drinks. Just want to say. No, you can sleep as well, but I think that's like if you're on the go and you have to go like get out of there and you can't sleep. Like just the energy drinks.
Take a
there.
chug of Monster Energy drink.
Yeah. I love the backpack mechanic. I know you were saying that like that was stupid, but like
I don't like
it. Managing how much you bring, and like,
it sounds cool, but at the same time, I'm thinking like
they're pretty.
It's gonna get as like if it's as long as it's not like a too heavy-handed thing, like I'm sure it'll be fine. But like
there are places to like restock and stuff. You just have to like plan your journey accordingly.
I think there's like a thin line between like realism and micromanaging, you know?
Yeah. So and I hope it's not too. From what I can see, it just seems like it's gonna be fun. But yeah, we're about to go offline on the radio. So we might stay a little bit afterwards on YouTube if you want to listen. But yeah, we've got a minute left.
Well, you may want to refresh it. I don't think it's just a minute.
Ooh, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So you guys have been listening to Doghouse on the radio. Be sure to tune in on YouTube if you want to hear the rest of this discussion. But thanks for tuning in. You've been listening to Doghouse Live.
All right, now we got just our real premium people.
Yeah. So if you're on YouTube listening, we're still going. I really want to get into Death Stranding because it's so.
Continue, please. Yes.
So yeah, the lost cargo can be retrieved by lockers. First of all,
I think that's cool.
That was so cool. Like
I'm excited to see what kind of memes this is gonna get because like
you're right.
I remember like if there's like a hole in Dark Souls, people will leave messages all over it like jump in the hole, don't jump in the hole. It becomes like this crazy psychological battle as well as like a physical battle.
It's weird that like they can't leave messages. Like it's generally like about finding stuff. And from what I can understand, this game is about like delivering cargo and then connecting all these cities.
I'm just imagining like there's some hard enemy or boss in this area, and the locker right in front of that is just full of rope. Some guy just put in like just filled it with rope for you, and you're just like, oh,
that's actually useful though.
Yeah, something not useful like empty cans of Monster Energy drink.
A whole bunch of broken containers. The containers actually have their own health, and they can become broken. But there's a spray. It's like container like repair spray. You just spray it. And it fills
like
in
a
the holes.
sealant?
Yeah.
That's cool.
But like you can run out of that. So like, but you can steal that from the homo demons. So.
Yeah.
Is that name final?
Yeah,
is the name in development along with the rest of the game?
Please change that name.
I don't remember the names of the other characters, but they had some pretty weird names as well.
What would be a better name for an evil bunch of renegades in a post-apocalyptic world?
Just call them the We Hate Merca. We Hate Merca.
I would prefer the Lords of Purgatory.
Yeah. To me, that's a better name than
the Revolutioners.
Homo Demons.
Homo Demons. I would go with.
I don't think homo is like a thing in Japan, like it is here.
Yeah.
But like, I don't really care.
I don't care either. I think it's just a little bit silly.
I know a lot of people are gonna say something about it.
Not even like.
But it's already a really weird game, so like.
That's fair.
I think like not even just going in the like political direction or whatever. I think it just sounds kind of silly.
Yeah.
It's like a Latin word and then like a normal English word. I don't understand why.
They showed a little bit about the encumbrance thing, by the way. So there actually is a way to mitigate that. They showed like robo legs that like you attach to the side of your legs.
Robo legs.
So you become Star Fox.
Sort of. It's like they're like little braces.
My name's Norman Reedus. My father is dead.
It's more like you're a Metal Gear. But no, it's weird because like you put those on, and I guess it increases your ability to keep your balance and like
it just it's like
it's
like a brace for your ankles and your shins and stuff to keep you stable. That sounds cool.
So there's stuff like that you can find. So if you're going to be going on a really long trek and you got to deliver a lot of stuff, like you would probably put on the robo legs to help you move.
I also saw like from the little bit I saw, like there's a crate being carried by like a little hoverbot.
Oh yeah, like that was like a little thing, like a little container that you could put like your stuff on, and you could like tow it behind you. So I guess like it seems like there's gonna be a lot of ways for you to get around like the general encumbrance thing that you can figure out. So I'm super excited. There's like a whole bunch of different stuff you can find across America. Like there were like these like little like just like not even an outpost, just like this mechanical thing in the middle of the wilderness that had like a song note, and it was just playing a song. And like if you went up to it, it would start repairing your stuff. I'm like, that's. I don't understand what's going on.
Okay.
I was trying to interpret what was happening while like watching, and they're all speaking in Japanese, so I had to like really watch the gameplay to understand. But like, there's a whole bunch of stealth stuff. There's not like gun. There was like one gun where like it shot out bolas, like whatever they're called. Like
bullets?
No, not bullets.
I think Ebola is what it's called.
Yeah. But like you'd shoot it out and it would twist around them.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I see what
It's
you're
like
saying.
a taser, like two taser things attached by a rope in the middle.
Yeah. So there was that, but
I
you
see
could
what
also just like pick up something and throw it and chuck it at somebody's head. There's a guy like Norman Reedus, like he like picked up a box and like one of the homo demons was like running at him. He like just like chunked it at his head and then ran and I was like, that's amazing.
That's fantastic.
So
can I get a crossbow?
It's Norman Reedus though.
Maybe.
I want to get a crossbow.
It seems like there's gonna be a lot of detail in this game.
If you can't get a crossbow, then that kind of disappoints me.
I want Walking
Norman
Dead
Reedus.
like DLC.
Yeah,
in this
exactly.
game.
It's weird because like from what I understand in the story trailer, apparently like in the big city, there was like this one big city that like there was a suicide and it caused like this giant disaster. So I don't know if you're gonna be killing people in this game. Because I'm wondering if like when you kill somebody that does something like.
Ooh.
So
that'd be interesting. I want Negan to be in this game.
I mean, hey,
can Negan be?
We'll learn more and more about it as time comes on. So
I'm interested. There are a lot of big actors in this. So
there are. I've noticed that myself. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of interested. I'll probably get it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna get Daemon Ex Machina.
Oh yeah, you're not.
I don't think so. That comes out today.
Oh, it does officially?
Yep.
Oh wow.
Awesome.
See, I didn't even know that.
So it's an interesting little dynamic. I'm looking forward to seeing that in action. But I think we're about ready to head out. So just wanted to give you a little insight. You can go watch all that stuff about Tokyo Game Show and the Death Stranding on YouTube right now. So after this, go ahead and go tune in. So hope you guys enjoyed our show. Be sure to tune in next week, same time, 3:10, same place, right here. You guys have been listening to the Doghouse with your host Husky, Dingo, and Updog.
That's me. That's my name.
That's all you got, Chief. That's all he's got.
Sayonara.
Bye.
Tune in next week.
Later, guys.